Good morning, dear participants. Dream is not that which you see while you are sleeping. It is something doesn't let you sleep. These are the words of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Welcome all my dear participants for this webinar which will give you awareness about how this transition from the school to college will be in a seamless way. Today's webinar will give you a guidance on how the action plan should be done to prepare or to make yourself ready for the college and higher degree institution. As it is said that the whole universe is friendly to us and conspires only to give the best when you dream and work for it. So to prepare active work plan, you should have thoroughly the knowledge about your own courses, degree programs, at the same time your own strengths, weakness, at the same time challenges. So for this transition from school to college is like a stepping from a cozy environment to a vast open sky. In school life, generally you will observe that life is in a structured way, more predictable way. But once you will enter into the vast paradigm of the college premises, you will see that you will get more freedom. But it always says that freedom is not free. It comes with a lot of responsibilities. So, to make you aware about what are the different set of responsibilities you will going to carry on your shoulders, at the same time, make you ready for these higher institutions, we have today organized this webinar on seamless transition of students from the school to the college. We, MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College, Alandi is always on the forefront to give the guidance and at the same time the inputs to all the students in the various dimensions of their career development. For this today's webinar at MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College, Alandi, today we have with us Ms. Shweta Sable ma'am. She is an accomplished MBA graduate and a seasoned professional with more than 15 years of rich work experience in the education industry. And also she is a versatile marketer. She is observant and the self-motivator always. She has a passion for the students. She is also engrossed herself many a times in counseling the students to achieve their academic goals. So today also, she will converse with you on this topic and you will get a thorough guidance about this transition process. So let's welcome the Shweta Sable ma'am on the stage and I will request her to carry on this session. Thank you, Shweta ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Mansi ma'am. Thank you for that great description. So I would like to thank our director, sir, Professor Dr. B.B. Wafare, sir, Mansi ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. And it's my privilege to connect with more than 100 of students on this platform. I would also like to thank the teaching and non-teaching staff of MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College for extending their support to organize this session today. So finally, a very warm welcome to all the students present here from Maharashtra and beyond who are stepping into the new direction of life. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And today at MIT College, we have organized a special webinar for you all, which is Transformation from School to College. My name is Shweta Sable and I represent MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College as a Deputy Director for Admissions and Marketing. I'm sure that there are many students who have already visited our MIT College campus in Alandi and had interacted with me or maybe my counseling team. But there are many who are yet to explore the possible career options in Pune. And for them, there is a one-stop solution in Pune, which is MIT. Today, we will be discussing on various topics like how to choose a career path, what are the trending courses, how to self-assess, etc. So not taking much of your time here, and let's get the ball rolling. Rohan sir, can we move on to the next slide? So we have a lot of questions here. So your first question at this stage would be, what next for me? What would be I doing after class 12th? Why should I decide my career? How do I decide my career options? And what are the various options available for me? Do I have to select those options right now, or do I still have time? Or maybe what are the pros and cons of choosing this particular career? So let's start with how to decide our career. When we talk about how to decide our career, the most important thing that a person should do is self-assessment. You have to ask a lot of questions to yourself. Who am I? Are you really sure what you are? And are you really behaving like one? So that's the self-assessment test that you will have to take. After that, what is out there for me? So for example, if I'm choosing particular college for my future, for my career in future, so what am I going to get out of that college? Is it the right choice that I'm making? After that, where will I go? So in case, if you're choosing those particular colleges, so after choosing, what will be my plan? So the planning to get into the college and after that is very important. How can I get there? So if you want to reach a certain position, a certain designation, a certain place, you need to have a proper planning, you need to have a proper strategy, and the goal has to be set. So that's achieving. So these 4 to 5 things will not only be decided, or these are not the deciding factors, but yes, they are very crucial. And it is not only going to help you in only college or maybe in your master's program, but it is a lifelong learning. So you can have a self-assessment maybe in your professional life in future when you will be a future leader, or maybe in your personal life as well. So after you ask how to decide, let's do a self-assessment. So you as a student, have you ever asked yourself that what kind of skill set I have in me? So communication. Communication is a very important skill set that a person needs. Till the time you will not communicate, the person who is going to evaluate you will not understand what is your point of view. Second is a problem solving. So even if you are a very good communicator, but you do not have the knack of solving a problem, it's of no use. Next would be a teamwork. You need to be a team leader and you need to work in a team, because nothing is achieved if you are just alone. And you have to selflessly work for the team to achieve certain things. Then you have computing. Do you have those technical knowledge with you? Technical skills along with you? And organizing. So all these skill sets go hand in hand. If you are a good communicator, you should definitely be a good problem solver, a team worker, a computing, and all these skills has to be organized properly for a better delivery. Let's come to the next thing, which is interest. You as a student should ask yourself, what is my interest area? Is it that I'm choosing this particular field because of my peer pressure, or maybe parent pressure, or maybe relatives pressure? Yes, there are a lot of things happening at this moment, because you've just completed your class 12th, you have completed your examinations, and you will be hearing a lot of career options. But then when you're doing a self-assessment, the first thing that you do is ask yourself your interest area. You might be a creative person. You might be an outdoor or an active person. You might be a social person, or you might be a scientific. Scientific does not mean that you need to have knowledge on science, but then do you have that urge to deep dive into particular thing and get into the roots of it? You need to understand the root cause of certain things. And that's how you become a good problem solver. As I said, all these skills and interests are interrelated to each other. So you can be a very creative person, but in case if you are not that good at academics, how will you stand in the competition? Yes, competition, I mean a very healthy competition which everybody needs to take. You might be an outgoing person, an active person, but if you are an active person and you do not have that much of social life, maybe you are an outdoor or an outgoing person for yourself or certain group of students, even that is very harmful. So you have to be outgoing, outspoken, and you need to connect with a lot of people. So networking is very important, which has to be your interest area. Now we'll talk about the values and motives. Why are you choosing this college? You need to have some motivation and some idea, a thought process behind it. So are you going to choose it just because you need to make money once you pass out from the school and the college? Or are you just here to help others and do nothing for yourself? Or maybe you need to have a proper work life balance, so I'll just be little below average person and just have a work life balance. No, so you need to ask these questions to yourself. Money is definitely important, but apart from money, you need to have a helping attitude. So if you're helping your co-workers or maybe your classmates, your schoolmates, you will definitely have a good exchange of thoughts, a good exchange of knowledge. And yes, if you are successful and if you have a good thought process, you can have a better work life balance, because that's a proper strategy that you make for yourself to earn money, to help others, as well as to balance your work. The next thing for yourself would be, what is your personality? How are you as a person? Are you a calm person? Are you an outgoing person? Maybe very cautious or maybe determined? In my career, I have seen a lot of students who come to me and they have a doubt, or maybe the parents have a doubt that my child is very good in studies, but he or she does not talk much. He is not, or she is not an outgoing person. What is the use when you have all the knowledge of this world, but you keep it to yourself? Is that going to help you? No. When you share it, you actually have it with the others. So that's how the teamwork comes into picture. That's how you become a very good problem solver. And that's how you learn to organize each and every skill set that is mentioned here. So next would be, what is it out there for me? In this entire webinar, we are going to study how the transition of a school-going child or maybe a child from a junior college is getting a smooth transition to a college life. Now, when we are talking about a college, do you really think that a college which is very close to my house is the best college for me? Or maybe I need to study science, so this college is very good for science, and that is the only reason I'm here? No. You need to explore a lot of options, because your exploring power and along with your parents who will be helping you to explore will definitely mean a lot. For example, if you are a very creative person, but you have not explored enough of options for yourself, what is the use of it? Because you will end up going to a college where you will have to compromise on your passion, on your interest, on your skill set. If you are very good in science as a field, but because of certain peer pressure, you are unable to get into a college where you can explore your options on a wider range. So exploring things at this stage is very important. I would ask all the students to not to settle for anything less than what you deserve, because every student here on this platform is a deserving student, and I'm sure that you are going to do very good if you have a good exploring power. Let's talk about STEM. I'm sure there are a lot of students who must have shared, or maybe who must have learned about STEM as a career. What is STEM? Anyone has an idea? If no, let me go on. So STEM is, I know there'll be students who say, STEM to science hai, technology hai, engineering hai, maths hai. No, it's just not a subject in school, but it is a way of thinking and doing things. So STEM is not about being an expert in all science, maths, technology, maths, etc. But for example, if you have a scientist knows how to hypothesize, then he knows how to experiment, he knows how to analyze and value add what they discover. When we are talking about technology, technology makes our life better. It can make our everyday tasks more effective and fun. When we are talking about engineers, engineers just don't wear hard hats, but they are problem solvers who work on world's biggest challenges. And last but not the least, mathematics. Maths teaches us how to quantify a data. With maths, we can implement change and minimize the error, because we will be very calculative and very cautious while doing it. So what I think is STEM is definitely a traditional way of learning, but here what we are getting into is not just the traditional method or the subjects, but we are going to explore something else, which is the new age career. What is a new age career? So there might be many counselors, there might be many career counselors who must have spoken about the new age careers that you can explore for yourself. And here, what I would like to say is new age career is an innovative and emerging job options that are in demand and in the modern job landscape. So for example, when we are talking about new age careers, we have data scientist. A person can become a data scientist rather than a regular engineer, or maybe a medical student. He can go for data scientist. Maybe a UI UX designer, a person who is creative, can go for a UI UX design a website, or maybe he can explore a lot of options in designing. We have digital marketing specialist. So when we're talking about digital marketing, so it's just not the regular marketing that we do, but on a digital platform, which is the new thing in which is coming up. We have social media influencers and YouTuber. I'm sure that whoever has joined at one point of time, you even thought about becoming a YouTuber. मैं YouTuber बनूंगा, मैं vlogging करूंगा. So this has definitely come into your mind, but no point. There's no harm in getting that as a career, because that is the next India. Then you have blockchain engineering. Then you also have some other options like mental health practitioner. So psychologists, they study the mental health and they become the mental health practitioner. You have risk managers. So someone who is very interested and keen in finance, taking finance as a specialization and going for risk management. That's also very booming. We have life coach. So for example, to have a work-life balance and somebody who's very disturbed and does not know how to go about with things. So we have a lot of life coaches which are available to help you out, to counsel you, and to streamline the process. Now, when we're talking about artificial intelligence, yes, that is the best thing that is going to happen in near future, because artificial intelligence is every student's dream in any way. So you work as a medical student, or you work as a normal engineer, or anything like that. But artificial intelligence is definitely going to rule. Then we have automotive design. When a person wants to get into designing, so designing does not mean you are just creative, but you need to have creative thoughts. So once you have creative thoughts, there is a team who will work on those creative thoughts and give a design to you. So that's automotive design engineering. And then you have Internet of Things. So as per me, the new age career is something that has a lot of potential and challenges, right? Yes. Now let's study something else in this. What do you mean by digital disruption, and what do you need? Why do you need to adapt it? So when we're talking about digital disruption, there's a very good example that comes to my mind. And that is, for example, there is a shoe brand who not only sells shoes. I'm sure a lot of people must be knowing about this case study, that there's a shoe brand who does not only sell shoes, but they have sensors in the shoes. So today, if you go and purchase those shoes, you're not only getting a shoe at home, but you are actually getting a mobile app with it, which you need to download. And that app will help you to calculate the number of steps that you have taken, your heartbeat, and all those data. So eventually, when you're running or when you're walking, so the data is being captured and that data is being sent to the brand server. They start analyzing the data and they start giving you notifications. Like you have pop-ups, you have notifications coming on your mobile. So you have notifications about your pulse rate or maybe your heartbeat rate, etc. And the moment they see any anomaly in the readings compared to the standard readings, they start pushing a notification. Hey, Shweta, you have not been walking enough. So just a reminder, you can join the nearby gym, which is within your locality. And to avail a 20% discount, you can use this coupon code. So what are you? You just bought a shoe, but eventually you ended up going to the gym with a 20% discount. After a couple of months, maybe they push some more notifications that your heartbeat is, the reading of your heartbeat has changed a little bit. So go and see your cardiologist, which is at the nearby location. And then Shweta goes to a hospital and meets the cardiologist with a 30% discount, which the shoe brand has given me. So now after this whole story or the case study, do you really think that the shoe brand remains a shoe company? No, it has actually become a healthcare service company by partnering itself with various service brands. So that's how your digital disruption comes into picture. So everything is interrelated. You buy a shoe for running purpose, but eventually end up visiting a cardiologist. So it is widespread. So my question to you guys is, do you really need to go ahead and adapt this thing? Yes, because it's not because everybody is doing it, so even I want to do it. No, because that's the require. It's the need of an art. Now let's come to the skills required to pursue new age technical careers. Since we are talking about a lot of career options, so technical career is one of them. So basic programming, I'm sure people who have explored a lot of options, they know there is a programming language that you need to learn, maybe Python for that matter. So that's a basic programming skill set that you need to have. You need to have a good collaboration and communication skills. So good program knowledge with a good communication skill is a wonderful blend. You need to be a very strong problem solver. So problem solving and critical thinking, that's when you actually end up into a leadership role in future. Basic statistical and mathematical skills, then adaptability and learning agility, creativity and innovation, data visualization, decision making, teamwork and collaboration, detail orientation. Now all these skills are very much interrelated to each other. So for example, if you have a very good programming skills, but if you're not a good communicator, what are you going to do with those skills? Because eventually you will become a future leader and you will be collaborating and communicating with a lot of departments, maybe stakeholders, internal, external. So you need to have these skill sets ready with you. You need to be a very good problem solver and a critical thinker. Automatically, when you start thinking on a critical level, you become a good problem solver because you're getting into the roots of the problem. Then you have a basic statistical and mathematical skills. So mathematical skills, I know there are a lot of students who are worried कि मैं maths कर पाऊंगी कि नहीं, it's very hard, it's very difficult. But don't worry, because what as a professional, what I think is at every stage, statistical and mathematical skills are required, and a person should work on those mathematical skills, because in future, when you become a future leader and you have some conferences, or maybe you are in a discussion with some business analyst or some team, in that case, if there is a mathematical or maybe statistical discussions going on, what are you going to do? Why? Because मैंने तो maths नहीं लिया था, मुझे तो डर लगता है, so मैं नहीं करूँगा. So this cannot be your answer. You will have to have a basic mathematical skills, definitely. You need to adapt and a learning agility. So age is just a number, because you need to always be at a learning stage. So even if you are maybe 18, 19, or maybe in future you pursue a master's, and after master's you become a future leader, you will always have that learning agility, a wish to learn a lot of things within you. You should always have. Then creativity. Yes, you need to be creative, because when you cannot be monotonous in your work. So you have creative ways of thinking and getting the work done. So creativity plays a very important role. You have data visualization. So that's the new big thing, because everything is going to be about the data. So you have a lot of database to work, and you need to visualize how you are going to sort out the data. So this is how the data visualization comes into picture. You have decision making. So you become a future leader, you need to have good decision making skills, and that's how you grow and make your company grow and your colleagues grow. Teamwork and collaboration has always been a part of a great leader. And then we go into detail orientation. Till the time you don't deep dive into things, you are not going to get into the details of things. And that's how the detail orientation comes into picture. Now we are going to the next slide, which is digital and social media careers, which are non-technical. So for example, somebody who's very creative and he has the urge to pursue something in digital. So you can become a digital marketing manager, digital content creator, and social media influencers. Nowadays, you have every other person, maybe in your colleagues or maybe your seniors or juniors, they are influencers, they are vloggers, they are bloggers. So this is also a career, but then you need to have the knack to deal with this particular field. So YouTuber and blogger. So you can be a travel blogger, you can be lifestyle, food blogger, fashion blogger, etc. So these are the options available. Then you have branding and advertising expert. So you work for a Nike brand, for example, just an example, and then you need to know how you are going to brand Nike in a different style and how you're going to advertise, so that there are a lot of students who have not thought of purchasing this particular brand, which is little on the higher side. they will definitely have the urge to work towards it and purchase it. You can be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means there are a lot of students and the professionals who have started with startups. So you can have your own startups. For that, you need to have your creative ideas in place. Clinical psychologist. So you study psychology and you become a clinical psychologist. You can work in big hospitals. Criminologist. You have sports rehabilitation. So if you have a knack of dealing with the sports part, then sports rehabilitation is definitely a thing for you. What about tourism management? Because of COVID-19, there were a lot of people who did not find tourism as a great thing to do in future. But yes, it is the new next, because there are a lot of students who wish to travel, but because of lack of knowledge, they are unable to do it. The tourism management course will definitely help you to do it. International relationship manager. So we are sitting in India, but we have a lot of client base, which is in the US or maybe Australia or some overseas countries. At that time, you can definitely prove to be a very good international relationship manager. So that's how the digital and social media careers, which are technically non-technical courses, which will help you to explore a good options. Next, please. Yes. Now the question is, how do I get there? How do I get into that career, into that role? How can be a leader in that particular field or domain? So you have to, at this stage, you will have to explore a lot of entrance exams. So the entrance exam are national level, there are private entrance exams, and there are a lot of other things that you will have to contribute for. For example, in national level, we have entrances like JEE, JEE Advanced, NEET, NATA for architecture. We have CLAT for law. Then we have IELTS, LSAT. Somebody who's interested in fashion designing. So NIFT has their own entrance. Then we have hotel management entrance. We have CUET, which even MIT accepts. We have National Institute of Design. That's the entrance exam for the design aspirants. Yes, so these are certain entrances that you need to open for, and you will definitely have to register and apply for these entrance. The moment you score good and that's your passion, I think you should go for it. Next comes is the creativity test for the new age programs. So creative writing. So there are a lot of content writers. There are a lot of people who write reviews for big brands. So that's something into creative writing. Then you have creative designing. So creative designing is also a part and also a career option for you. Then we have, when you're thinking about management course. So for example, if you wish to pursue BBA or MBA, then you will have to go through a lot of stages. So there's an entrance, and then you have personal interview, you have extempore. So people who do not know what extempore is, so you get a topic to say it, you get like 30 seconds to think about it, and then you just say it. So you're not actually prepared for the topic, but you just say it, whatever comes in your mind. So you need to be very active listener and a quick learner, and a thought process should be very clear what you're going about. Next, please. Now, this is where the important stage is. How is MIT going to help you? MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College will definitely help you, because we have unique opportunities to have an interdisciplinary learning. And in the next slide, I'll show you how. Next slide, please. Okay, here we have a student who wishes to do something in management, but he has a passion to do international business. So you club together. MIT will help you to club these both things and give you a global leader picture. So in future, you can become a global leader. Then you have management and computer application. So because of this, you become a business analyst or maybe a management consultant. Cyber and digital science. You will end up having a cyber security analyst job role. You have industrial maths and computer application. So you can become a data scientist, somebody who's interested into deep diving into data. So data scientist is a career. Then you have software developer, you have operations research analyst. Then you have artificial intelligence and machine learning. So that's AI/ML, which every other person knows here. So you become an AI/ML engineer. Then you have science and animation. You become a very good animator and a visual effect expert. So these are certain things or certain courses which MIT will definitely help you to achieve your goals which you have set for yourself. Next, please. Yes. At MIT, we have a grand tradition of excellence. We have customized your education. We can have global immersion. So we had a lot of students who went overseas, who had been to Dubai, who had been to Japan. So we promote and we motivate students to go for global programs like these. We have standard based curriculum. We have innovation factory and successful placements. Yes, when you're joining a college, the first thing that comes to your mind is, will I get a job after this? So yes, we have placements available for you. We have industry collaborations, we have life projects and practical approach, and then the programs that will prepare you for the new age career and STEM, which we definitely discussed right now. Next. When we are talking about MIT Arts, Commerce and Science College, which is based in Alandi, Pune. I'm sure there are a lot of students who must have visited our website and they must have visited the campus. It was established in 2007 under the aegis of Maharashtra Academy of Engineering and Educational Research, Pune. We are affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University and recognized by Government of Maharashtra. Educational Excellence Award for the best placements amongst the educational institutes in Pune. We are the best college awardee in rural area by Savitribai Phule University, Pune University for 2 consecutive years, 2015-16 and 16-17. So here, when you are opting for a course like BBA, BBA IB, BBA CA, and BCA, we are these courses are AICTE approved courses, and we are accredited by NAC with A grade. Next, please. Next. So when we are talking about MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College, what are the courses that we are offering? We are offering courses. These are 17 courses, out of which we have BBA, BCA, Computer Science, Computer Application, BBA, International Business, and BCA. These are AICTE affiliated. Then we have BCom, BSc, Computer Science, Information Technology, and so on and so forth. We also have a lot of master's courses for you, and maybe in future you might need. So you can just complete your bachelor's and come to our master's course, and you can do wonders in your placement and future. So this is a list of 17 courses that we have for you right now, out of which we have 11 courses for bachelor's and the remaining 6 are for masters. For any queries related to counseling or how to go about with these courses, you can call upon the number, which is our counseling or admissions team number, 8055-350000. So this is the number on which you can call and get a counseling done. Yes, when we are talking about placement is a very important thing which every other student wishes to go for. So in placement, we have a lot of eminent recruiters who come to our campus and they recruit the students. So, I mean, just to name a few, we have Amdocs. I'm sure people from Pune are very well aware about Amdocs. Then we have Concentrix, we have HSBC, HDFC Bank, FinServ, and the list goes on and on. So you just name a company and you think that you are eligible candidate, you should definitely try to interview once. So these are the placement records. We also promote a lot of internship to the students. So it's just not the placement, but before placement, a student should definitely explore some options in internship to understand the practical knowledge, and that will be in collaboration with the theory that you have studied. And that's how you can emerge as a good person, as a knowledgeable person. So internship is very important. Along with that, your placement. So today we also have Mangesh sir, Dr. Mangesh Bhople sir, who is heading the placement department, and any queries related to the placement, he is there to help you out. And I think by this, I end my presentation on transition from school to college. And I'm sure that there are certain things maybe you might be not aware of, which you came to know today, or maybe you were aware of and, you know, it was an added information for you. But now we are open for your question and answers. So we have our counseling team who's there to answer your queries on chat parallelly when we are talking to the other participants. So we are open for chat. So you can raise your hand and ask queries.
Thank you, Shweta ma'am, for this UC presentation. I hope students must have got the awareness about what are the areas of preparation they need to do, how they have to assess their skills, at the same time their strengths, and what are the challenges and the areas which they need to prepare for. Thank you, ma'am, for this overall presentation. Now the session is open for the question answers. Students, those who wish to ask any questions related with the careers, related with any new age career options, which ma'am has spoken about it. Otherwise, if you have any interest to know more about MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College, Alandi, The stage is open for the audience now. Chat box is also accessible to you. You can type your questions in the chat box. Otherwise, you can raise your hand and you can ask the question. We have got one first question, ma'am. Jay Pawar is asking fee structure, but we just wanted to know more about it, Jay. In which programs you are interested, and you are asking about fee structure for which programs. Please, Jay, can you be more specific about your question?
Yes, so we are open for questions on chat as well as here on the open platform.
Yeah.
So,
Ma'am, we have got one more question. Jay, I think you do not have any specific question, but I will request you that if you wanted to have some more details about your programs, and if you are finding any difficulties to fix the programs also or the line of career for yourself, do come and visit our campus at MIT Arts Commerce Science College, Alandi. The address is been here on the slide. You can contact through the phone or otherwise through our Facebook and the Insta also. You will get the details. And kindly come and visit in the campus itself. So our team is here to guide you. Subodh Roy sir is there. He is asking about the BCA program. So I feel that Subodh Roy sir, you must be interested in BCA science. So what kind of information you are expecting under this? If you can elaborate your question, we can give you the specific answer for it. Subodh Roy sir. Madhavi Boyer, I am interested in the BCA program, ma'am. My name is Shivan Gopani. I want to understand what are the areas we need to prepare for BCA, and is this meeting recorded? Yes, meeting is recorded. We will try to post this webinar recording on our YouTube channel. So all the participants, those who wanted to revisit this, they can visit our YouTube channel and they can again go through the recording. As far as your interest in the BCA program, I will request Shweta ma'am to
yes.
kindly throw some light on this, the entrance exam. Then what are the line of, we can say action line for the admission process for the BCA program?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. So for the BCA program, there are a lot of specializations that you can go for. So basically, you can have software development, then we have web development, mobile application development, data analyst, network and security, cloud computing, artificial intelligence. So these are certain specializations that you can explore for yourself when it comes to BCA. Yes, we do have entrance. It comes under AICT affiliated course. So I'm sure that most of the students who are looking for BBA, BBA IB, BBA computer application, and BCA, you must have applied for Maharashtra CET. So the mandate is you need to apply for Maharashtra CET, and after that you will also have to register with us so that you get timely updates. Yes, there is Sandeep Wagmode. Yes, there is scope in BBA, in IB. It's a booming thing, and in 5 years down the line, you can see yourself, at the international market as a good marketer. So BBA IB is very good option that you can go for.
Shruti Gautam is asking about BSc animation.
Yes.
Shruti, yes, if you are interested in BSc animation, the program is right now open at MIT Arts Commerce Science College, Alandi. There is no entrance examination for BSc animation for this moment. So admissions are open. If you wanted to have some more details about this program, again, I'll request you to go through our websites. Otherwise, you can visit our campus if you are in Pune or nearby area of Pune itself. And kindly take more data, and you can go for the further admission process for the BSc animation. Amruta Kulkarni is asking.
Madam.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Is Gaurav available there?
Today, Gaurav sir is not there, sir.
I think
he's joined.
He has
Hello.
joined?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Gaurav, just give a overall idea about the admission procedure for non-AICT courses, whether we are going to conduct entrance examination or without entrance examination, admissions will be done. So just highlight on that so that the people will understand the procedure.
Yes, sir, definitely. Good morning, everyone. Uh, as per the webinar and at MIT Arts, Commerce, Science College, we have around 17 programs with us. 6 postgraduate program and 11 undergraduate programs. In undergraduate programs, we have BBA, BCA, BBA IB, and BBA Computer Application Program, which comes under AICT and affiliated to Pune University. So for AICT programs, admission procedure, and to be eligible for admission, candidate it is must to appear and qualify entrance examination conducted by state CT cell Government of Maharashtra. Entrance examination will be on 29th of April, and last date for application for entrance examination is 28th March. So applications are still live. If anyone want to apply, go for BBA or BCA program, student can apply for that particular CAT. Apart from these 4 programs, we have undergraduate program: BSc Computer Science, BSc Animation, BSc Cyber, BSc IT, BSc AML, BSc Data Science, BSc Animation. So for this program, college has its own entrance examination, and application and admission process is already started for the same. So for these courses, college has its own entrance examination. Next entrance examination is on 29th of March, and last date for application is 26th March. So student want to join particular BSc course, in that case they have to apply for on or before 26th March for 29th entrance examination. Apart from this, student who is looking for post-graduate courses, same process will be there for post-graduation. We have MSc Computer Science, MSc Computer Application, MSc Cyber Security, MSc Data Science, MSc Industrial Mathematics with Computer Application, and MSc IT. For these PG courses, we have entrance examination on 29th March, and last date for application is 26th of March. So to complete admission procedure, student can apply directly on college website. I will put the college website link in chat box, so everyone has access of direct application form. Also, you can directly visit our college website, and online application form is also available on that particular link. Okay, please continue, ma'am. We will
Yes,
continue.
Thank you, Gaurav sir, for this detailed explanation about the admission process. At the same time, what are the requirements of it? I hope many of the candidates who have the questions in their mind related with the admission process got the answers for their questions, because many questions are coming in the chat box related with the process and the entrance examination only. So what I do now, the questions which are different, that only we will take. Otherwise, we need to repeat all these things, Gaurav. So what do you think?
Yes.
Okay, because there is one more question related with IB also. Sandeep Wagmode sir is there. He is asking that I am interested in BBIB. How can I take the admission in MIT college? I think, Sandeep sir, you must have got your answer. Gaurav sir has explained the process. I hope you have filled the form of common entrance examination, which has been taken by Maharashtra, CET examination. And then through the CET examination, after that, you will get the admission in a centralized way. Gaurav sir, do you wanted to throw some more light on this?
Yes. So
IB admission.
One more time, I will explain the process. If a candidate want to join BBA, BBA IB, BBA Computer Application, or BCA course, in that case, common entrance examination is there, which is conducted by Government of Maharashtra, state CET cell Government of Maharashtra, and it is known as Maharashtra BBA BCA CET. Last date for application is 28th March, and examination will be on 29th April. CET cell has arranged in Maharashtra, all top cities have the centers, so student can appear from anywhere in Maharashtra through the particular center. Apart from this, if student is from outside Maharashtra or all India student, in that case CUET exam is also allowed. For all India candidate, 15% seats are reserved from government, and CUET candidates are eligible for the same. The student who have not domicile certificate Maharashtra will be considered as a all India candidate. Yes, that's it from my side, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Gaurav sir. We have one more question related with BCom. Is there any specialization in BCom? Lalita is asking. So Lalita, I just wanted to throw some light on this question. Yes, we do have the specializations in BCom. We have 3 specialization at MIT Arts Commerce Science College, Alandi. One is in accountancy, BCom with accountancy. BCom, second one is in business administration. And third, which is the emerging trend nowadays in the industry, that is fintech. So we have kept this newish specialization, that is BCom fintech. So these 3 specializations are available under BCom. So I hope you have got your answer, Lalita. We will move to the next question, which are there in the chat box. Srinath is raising his hand. Do you have any question, Srinath? Do you wanted to ask by unmuting yourself? Srinath? Okay, we will move ahead. Shikhar Jain is also there. What is the minimum percentage required to join BBA? Gaurav sir?
Yes, for BBA, minimum 40% is required to join, to eligible for admission in any stream, arts, commerce, or science, or vocational MCV6. So 40% is the minimum requirement.
Percentage for 12th is 40%
Yes.
minimum.
Yes.
That is the eligibility criteria.
Correct, correct.
But I hope that you must have got the answer for this, that there is an entrance examination which is mandatory, Shikhar sir, for getting the admission in BBA. And
selection will be based on CET percentile.
So CET score and the minimum percentage is 40% for 12th.
Yes.
So these two are the important criteria, Shikhar sir, for getting the admission in BBA.
Students who have queries related to fee structure, because every other student is coming forward for a fee structure. So there are there are different fee structure for different courses, and there are a lot of scholarships available as well. So if you can leave your number and your email ID, our counselor will connect with you personally, and she can give you the information about fee structure and the scholarships available for you, because it depends on the eligibility of the student and the course that you are choosing.
Ma'am, is there any sports quota?
For which course you are looking?
For BCA.
Yeah, so for BCA, all applicable reservations are there. So after qualifying entrance examination, CAP process will be there. So CAP process is known as a centralized admission process, which is managed by Director of Technical Education and CET cell. So in that case, all quotas details available. May I know the student name who is asking the question?
Shivam Gopani.
Yeah, Shivam. So do one thing, share your mobile number, email ID with us with this particular query in chat box. Our team will get back to you with the detailed information, and we will share the related document with you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So all reservations quota is available for BBA, BCA admission. That is SC, ST, OBC, means particular reserve category quota reservation is there. Sport quota is there. Ex-serviceman quota is there. Physical handicap quota is there.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gaurav sir, Rabindra is there, and he is asking which examination is for admission for BSc in computer science?
Okay. So for BSc Computer Science, college has its own entrance examination, which is on 29th March, on next Saturday. So basically, it is conducted by college. It's based on 11th and 12th syllabus, which has topics mathematics, basic computers, English, general knowledge. These topics are covered in that particular examination.
I hope, Ravindra, you are here meeting, and you have applied at MIT Arts Commerce Science College, LND for BSc Computer Science. So before giving our entrance examination, I am expecting you to fill our application form for BSc Computer Science. Just like now Gaurav sir has explained that it is available on our website. Our website details are on our slide itself. You can get it and you can do the process as early as possible.
I'm sharing the college entrance examination webpage link in chat box. So student will get a detailed idea about all entrance examination of non-AICT courses.
Yes,
so
Gaurav,
link is
please.
available in chat box. Yes. Next question, ma'am.
Everybody can go through the link. That will be helpful to all of you. Going ahead now, question is about cyber security also. Shreya is asking, ma'am, is cyber security and digital science a career which will have a great career opportunities in future? So Shweta ma'am, can you address this question? I hope Shreya is there with us in the meeting. So you can address this question in short.
Hello.
Yes, Shweta ma'am.
Yes. So the query is about cyber security and
digital science career opportunities.
Yes, there are a lot of options which are if you are pursuing BSc in cyber security, so you can go ahead for cyber security as one of the specialization. You have network security, you have cryptography, hardware security. So these are certain things that you will be learning in BSc cyber security, because there are a lot of placements happening under cybersecurity, because yes, there are a lot of cyber crimes as well which are happening, and to curb on the cyber crimes we need some expertise, and that's how this program has come into picture, where you can be a cyber security professional. On the other hand, when we are talking about BSc data science will have options like data analysis and visualization. So data science deals more on study of a database. So for example, you have programs learning like Python, R. Then we have machine learning algorithms, we have database management systems, data mining, and big data. So if you are a person who has a great interest in dealing with data, sorting data, and having a detailed study of database, then data science is one of the best option. And if you are more towards deep diving into the cyber security thing, then BSc cyber is definitely one thing. You have a lot of options available for you in master's courses as well in future, but after graduation, if you want to go for placement, we have placements in these as well.
Okay, thank you ma'am for this detailed explanation. Now moving ahead, we have one more question from the Yogami. Ma'am, do we need to clear CUET entrance exam for admission in BCom? So I wanted to tell you that there is no need for admission in BCom at MIT Arts Commerce Science College, Alandi, to clear the CUET examination. You can have just the examination, entrance examination at our college. You need to clear that, and then you can go further for the admission process. As Gaurav sir has already explained to you what is the, we can say, the schedule of application and the entrance examination at our premises. If you are interested to take the admission for BCom at MIT ACSC Alandi, kindly enroll yourself for this process, then appear for the entrance examination, and then you can go further for the admission process later on. So Yogami, I hope you have got the answer for the BCom admission. Amruta Kulkarni is asking that give your contact number. I will call you for detailed procedure for BBA, BCA admission procedure. Yes, our contact number is there on the slide itself, ma'am. That this is our admission number itself. You can dial it at any time from 8 to 5 from Monday to Saturday. Our counselors are available, and you will get all the details about the BBA and BCA admission procedure. Next question, Ayushi Kotkar. Hello ma'am, I am looking for BCom course as I am planning for CA. It would be really great if you could throw some light on how we can blend new age career prospects to CA, especially AI in it. So Ayushi, yes, just now I told you we have a BCom FinTech program. In that you will find all the new age programs and the courses we have kept under it. So that will really blend you with the recent knowledge and technology which is required in the industry. In our curriculum, you will find many certification programs also. Our BCom students are doing the certification programs related with the technology, related with the programming, related with the share trading, related with the certifications on SAP. So along with all these things, they are enough capable to get the good job in the industry. If you wanted to have some more idea and details about the BCom programs, again I will request you to do visit our campus and meet the respective head of the department of the BCom program so that you will get the more details about it. Our campus is open from 8 to 5 from Monday to Saturday. Our address is there on the slide, and if you wanted to know some more details about getting the, we can say, reaching to our place, then you can contact our admission team for that. Sanket is asking, is there any scholarship facility available in MIT AOE or not? Gaurav sir?
Yes, scholarship are available. Many scholarships are there. So if we get the specific course related, means it's depending on student eligibility criteria and course which he is going to apply. So depending on that, the scholarship is there. So if a student come up with the exact course related query, come up with the exact course related query, in that case we will assist you more clearly.
Yeah. Yes, Gaurav sir. Ravindra is asking again, CUET exam is an entrance exam for taking the admission for BSc CS as well? Gaurav sir?
CUET is only for BBA, BCA courses.
So in short, there is no need of CUET
Yes.
exam for the BSc CS, Ravindra sir.
Yes.
If you wanted to have the admission at MIT for computer science bachelor program, kindly fill our application form, which is available on the website. Then you have to appear for our entrance examination in our premises. Otherwise, through online mode also you can appear. Once you appear for the entrance, then later on you will get to know about the admission steps at MIT Arts Commerce Science College, Alandi. What is the cutoff for CET exam of BBA in IB, especially? Sandeep is asking, Gaurav sir.
Yes. So last year only CET cell has implemented the CET procedure, and last year procedure was very delayed. So last year cutoff was around 50-55 marks. So if student is getting around 60 marks, in that case student will get easily admission.
Okay, so right now you can take the cutoff as a 60, Sandeep, for the IB admission especially. Amruta Kulkarni is asking for BCom, you just need to apply. Okay, yeah. Madhavi Boyer, do you have provision for masters immediately after BCA? Gaurav sir, do you have any provision for masters?
Yes, we have after BCA we have means MSc Computer Application, MSc Cyber Security, or MSc IT. Student can join these particular programs after BCA at our institute itself.
Okay, so there are many progression opportunities available at MIT Arts Commerce Science College students. Those who have completed their bachelor's program in computer science as well as other programs, they are having many progressions in the technical area under the science stream for the PG level.
Mansi madam.
Yes, sir.
There are many questions. I think majority of the questions have been answered. But still, there are some questions which is not answered.
Yeah, please.
Counselors to take it down and take their numbers and addresses as well, so that we can communicate this in detail.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. There are many questions. We are happy to answer your questions actually, but because of time constraint, it is not possible right now to answer each and everybody's question on screen. But we will be happy if you have given your details in the chat box itself, your mobile number, probably your mail ID, so that our admission team will immediately get back to you and they will answer personally whatever are your doubts related with the admissions, and we can do this process seamlessly. So I will request all the attendees kindly give your details in the chat box, your name, your mobile number, and your email ID for the further correspondence.
And madam, ask them if it is possible for them to visit college physically.
Yeah, it's an open invitation always to all the candidates, those who wish to join our college or those who have any interest to know more about our college. They can visit our campus from Monday to Saturday from 8 to 5. Our counselor team is available. At the same time, if you have some more insights, if you want to have some more insights about any program, HODs, deans are also available for the discussion. Many have given their mobile numbers and the emails for further correspondence. Thank you so much. But those who have some more questions, kindly give your details. Many questions we have seen in the chat box are related with the fee structure. Many questions are related with the entrance examination and cutoffs for this. And many are related with the admission process. So these are the three prominent areas where people right now want the answers. So we expect that we can give you all the answers thoroughly for this. So be in touch with all of us through our email, through the mobile number. Or otherwise, if anybody wanted to ask by unmuting themselves, they can ask the question. Team is here in this webinar. Thank you for giving your details. Still, there are few more attendees, those who wish to visit or those who wanted to know more, kindly give your mobile numbers and the email IDs for the further correspondence. Our team is very cooperative. You just touch them. They will give you detailed answers about whichever the queries you are having.
Madam, one parent is there actually who is repeatedly questioning regarding
Yes.
that Ravindra Dabadkar.
Yes.
I think he is the father of Arohi Dabadkar.
Okay.
He is asking like, are there curricular activities conducted after admission? And he is saying that I have visited the college but still have some queries. Sir, will you please elaborate? मराठीत बोलला तरी चालेल सर, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही. किंवा तुम्ही कॉलेजला व्हिजिट करून म्हणजे भेटा एकदा पुन्हा, काय प्रश्न आहे तो आपण बघूया.
Ravindra sir, if you are here, I wanted to tell you that our college is one of the, we can say, the college, best college in the PCMC area, because we claim it likewise, because we got the award from the Savitribai Phule Pune University consistently for 3 years for our co-curricular and the extracurricular activities. We have right now more than 21 plus clubs in our college, which cater the needs of the students in overall development, where we can say that all the skills have been developed among the students. Holistic development has been ensured through these clubs. We have the clubs for the co-curricular activities like a gaming club, like the programming development club. At the same time, some technical skills development clubs are also there. We have other clubs in a cultural way. We have a sports and educational department. We have at the same time other Anubhati club for the spiritual skills, and likewise many more other social activities also been conducted in our college in a greater number. So if you can visit the college, we can elaborate you all these things, and we can tell you how MIT is taking the efforts in developing the overall personality of the students.
Yeah, thank you, madam, for answering this question in a very elaborative manner. One more question I would like to address here, that is by Manthan Mangalge. Is Manthan present here in the meeting?
Mangesh sir, if it is possible, you can type the answer in the chat box. Those who wish to take, they can take the answers
Right, not
from
an
the
issue.
chat
Not
box.
okay, not an issue. Just one, one statement I would like to explain. That his question was, ma'am, can we join BBA Business Analytics after 12th arts background? yes, definitely you can join after 12 arts background if you are, meeting all the eligibility criteria. But you should have that strong, analytical, what we can say, natural instinct regarding that analytics, because business analytics is a large area where retail analytics, HR analytics, marketing, finance analytics, and all will be requiring some kind of, mathematical and statistical aptitude for that. So you can definitely develop these skills and you can do your career in the business analytics. Thank you.
Ma'am, I think we have covered almost all the questions, and we have taken the note of the email IDs and the numbers. Hello.
If there are no more questions, and if the maximum area of the, we can say, the doubts have been covered in this webinar, then can we move to the ending part of it? Yes, Gaurav sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now this is the time to express the vote of thanks. Now I must express my hearty thanks to our today's speaker, Shweta Sabre ma'am, Gaurav sir and his admission team members, our training and placement officer Mangesh Bhopre sir, for sparing their valuable time and sharing their expertise in this webinar. And last but not the least, our leader, Director Dr. B.B. Wafare sir, for his gracious presence. And BMIT Arts Commerce Science College Alandi always conducts these activities for the career aspirants. Now, henceforth, you will find on our website the details and the schedule about the webinars. At the same time, some open house activities for the students, so they can visit, or otherwise they can join through online mode, and they can be in touch with the MIT Arts Commerce Science College Alandi for the betterment of their own career. So with this, I must say that we should stop here and have a good day to all of you, and we will meet soon in the coming week for the more details on the various courses. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you all the students for joining on time. And I would also like to thank our director, sir, for giving us this opportunity to spread the word to all the aspirants. All the best.